Hi everyone, thanks for coming along to today's video. Today we're going to be doing a stretch class or a stretch session. Anyone can do this one, but it is specifically aimed at post-run stretches. A lot of people at the minute are, when the weather's decent or the floor's not too slippy, we're going for runs just now because we haven't got access to the gyms and whatnot. Running is a good way to just to get outside and get some exercise. But a lot of people are neglecting the bit after the run, the stretching that we should be doing and the cool downs that we should be doing. Again, this video is aimed at anybody. Anybody can do this whenever they want. It's not going to do any harm. In fact, it will do some good. But it is aimed at specifically as well for people who have post-runs, basically, post-run stretching. So we'll start off, we'll just loosen up a little bit while we get going. So let's just get those shoulders rotating. Nice big circles, just to get us going a little bit. Again, this is aimed after a workout or after a run, but again, you can do this anytime. It's always good to start off slow and then work our way up. Let's change direction. Nice big circles. Well done. Now bring that chin towards the chest. Let's just have a nice slow rotation. Bring the back of the head towards the back, here towards the shoulder, and then the chin back towards the chest. Let's go one at a time. Again, here towards the shoulder, back of the head towards the back, here towards the shoulder, and chin towards the chest. Let's change direction. Here to shoulder, back of the head to back, here to shoulder, and chin to chest. One more time round. Again, just nice slow movements, just to loosen us up and get us ready. Okay, in a standing position again. Let's just get those hips moving around in a nice big circle. Just to loosen them up a little bit. The hips can get quite stiff after a run or any exercise, really, or just sitting around. So it's good just to get them moving slightly. Nice big circles, bring that chest right down towards the floor. And really push those hips forward as you come around to the front. Change direction. Nice big circles. Let's bring those knees up and to the side. Again, focusing on those hips, joints. Loosen them up slightly. Nice controlled movements. Let's just go into a little jog on the spot. Again, just to get the body moving, get the blood flowing. Again, if you have just finished a run and you're doing this, you probably don't need to do this part, but it can't hurt. Let's go into some jumping jacks. Again, let's just get that heart rate up a little bit, just to get that blood pumping. Loosen up those muscles. Back into a slow jog on the spot. We're just going to do a few bodyweight squats. Bring your hands out in front to help with your balance if you need to. Just a few of these just to loosen us up. 3 more. Last one. Well done. So again, if you have just finished a run, you can probably negate the bodyweight squats and the jumping jacks. Do them if you like, but if you're just going from the start, let's just do a few movements just to get us warmed up. That's why we're doing it. Okay, so obviously we use a lot of the leg muscles when we're doing runs. So one of the biggest leg muscles we've got are our quads. So let's give them a good stretch. If you need some balance, use a wall next to you. If not, just stand up without having to hold on to anything. So we're going to bring our heel towards our backside and push those hips forward. Try and keep those knees as close together as you can and hold that position. If you struggle with your balance, even with holding on to something, you can do this lying down on your side. You don't have to worry about the balance, just concentrate on the muscle stretch. Keep that held. Okay, let's switch sides. Again, use the wall if you need to for balance. If not, just hold the position. Push those hips forward. Keep those knees close together. Keep facing forward, keep those hips facing forward. You get a nice stretch in the quad. Okay, release. We'll go back to the left leg again. Let's hold for a few more seconds. This time, if you can pull a bit harder, go for it. As long as it's not causing any pain or discomfort. And keep those knees together, hips push forward. And switch legs again. Again, if you can extend the stretch slightly, go for it. Whoop. Try not to fall over. Keep those hips pushed forward. Hold the stretch. And release. Okay, in the standing position, feet nice and wide apart, toes facing forward. Just going to lean to one side. If you don't get much of a stretch, make your feet a bit further apart. Keep the torso upright. Try and pull those hips up towards your belly button if you can. That will help with the stretch. Should feel a nice stretch in the groin area, the straight leg. Keep that held. For a few more seconds. Okay, let's switch sides. Keep that torso upright. Try and pull those hips up towards the belly button to help with the stretch. Again, you should feel that nice pull in the groin area there. If you struggle, if you don't feel much stretch, make your feet a bit wider apart. Concentrate on your upper body position as well, that can help. Again, as I said earlier, with the hips coming up towards the belly button, just tilt them upwards if you can. Let's go back to the left side again. Just a few more seconds again. If you can extend the stretch, go for it. Try and get a bit lower down. Just hold the tendon and the muscle is a bit looser. Let's switch sides again. Again, if you can extend the stretch, go for it. Come a little bit lower down. Hold for a few seconds. Back up to a standing position. Okay, feet about shoulder width apart. We're just going to hinge at the hips. Come down. We're not trying to bend too much in the back. Keep that back nice and straight. We're just coming down so we get a nice pull on the hamstrings. If you're not getting the pull, come down a bit lower. If you're getting too much, it's uncomfortable, come back up a little bit. Try and keep it held in a comfortable position so that you are keeping a stretch. Try not to bounce or anything like that. These are all static stretches, so we're trying to stay still while we're doing them. Let's come back up. This time bring your feet slightly closer in. We're going to come down again. Again, keep that back nice and straight. If you can come down lower, go for it. If the stretch is too much, just release it slightly. Again, try and keep a static position just in that sweet spot. Okay, let's come back up. This time we're going to go down onto the floor. In fact, I'll take my shoes off for this bit. If you've got a mat, use that. If not, just wherever's comfortable. Bring your feet together. We're just going to pull those in towards your body. Face this way a bit better. With your elbows, just push those knees down as best you can. So you get a nice stretch in the groin. We open up those hips as well. To help with the stretch, you can bring those heels closer towards the buttocks and push further down with the elbows. Keep that stretch held. just opening up those hips slightly, stretching a bit more of the groin area. Okay, release. Let's go onto the back. Again, working on those hips and the glutes. We're going to bring our left leg over our right knee. Bring your right heel up a little bit, just close to your buttocks. Your left hand just push slightly on the left leg, just to loosen up those hips a little bit. Again, if it causes discomfort, don't have the push, just leave it as you are, sorry. Just to extend the stretch a little bit, just a slight push, keeping it nice and static though, no bouncing. Okay, while we're there, release that hand, bring both your hands under the other leg, your right leg, and pull up towards your chest. This just extends the stretch further. You should feel this in your hips again and your glutes. Bring your right leg up as well to help with the extension too. And release. We're going to do the same on the other leg this time. Left foot, left heel on the floor. Bring your right leg over. Again, just a soft push. Personally, my right side seems to be a bit tighter than my left side. And you can feel that when you're pushing, you don't have as much flexibility. It's just about working on that, trying to balance it out if you can. Over time, obviously. Nice soft push just to extend that stretch. Okay, let's release. And then hook the other leg and pull up towards us. Yeah, if you want to stretch your other leg out, go for it. And release. Okay, this time we're going to go into a runner's lunge type movement. So like that lunge position, just hold that position there, have your toes on the floor, at the back. With your body upright, just lean forward slightly. So we're stretching that hip flexor out on our left leg here. To help, we're just going to try and tilt the hips upwards. So the front of the hips are coming up towards the belly button. It's quite a strange movement, something that we don't think about too much. Just imagine you've got your hips as a bucket of water, and we're trying to pull the water out of the back of the bucket. That'll help with the stretch on the hip flexor. Okay, let's switch sides. Again, try and pull those hips up towards the belly button. Tilting them upwards if we can. If you don't feel much of a stretch, lean forward more, try and push those hips forward. Position held, should feel a nice pull just at the top where the hip meets the quadricep and our hip flexors. If you need to say. Okay, let's switch legs again. This time we're going to go further into the stretch. Let's lean forward a lot more. If you've got something you can rest the top of your back foot on, you can elevate your left foot. That'll help with the stretch as well. Obviously we haven't got that here. You could pull your ankle up as well towards your backside to help with the stretch, but for now, let's just lean into it more, concentrate on tilting the hips up as well. Let's switch sides again. So again, we're leaning further into it than we did in the first go. Again, try and tilt those hips up if you can. We're going to just push it a bit further than we did earlier. And relax. Okay, just while we're in this position, we're going to go into the prone position again, hands in line with the shoulders, and we're just going to drop our hips down towards the floor, bring that head up as well, into a cobra position. Cobra pose. This is stretching out our core. It's also loosening up our back as well. And then we're going to go into a child's pose, which is just going to loosen up our lower back area as well. And on top of our back, we stretch out nice. Let's go into that child's pose now. Bring your bum towards the floor, towards your heels, stretch out with your hands, bring your head down to the floor. Really stretch out with those arms. If you want to concentrate the stretch more on the lower back, bring your hands to your heels, head on the floor, and then pull your backside towards the heels even further. Now back into the cobra pose, hips down towards the floor. Keep that held, concentrate on your breathing. And relax. Okay, so those are just some stretches that you can do after a workout. Obviously we've not done much upper body stuff, so you can do more upper body stretches as well after your workout. This stretch was mainly focusing on our hips and our the muscle groups in our legs as well, and our core. You can stretch the upper body as well. It's important to do that just to get the whole body stretched out. But again, there's loads of other stretches that you can do for post running or anything really. But this is just to give you an idea of a good kind of starting point if you're not doing much of a cool down after your runs. Again guys, I hope you enjoyed the session. If you do have any questions about anything, if there's any videos that you'd like to see, any type of workouts that you'd like to see, any feedback at all, or you just want to have a chit chat, feel free to get in touch. You can find me personally at Scott Woods PT, that's at Scott Woods PT. Just find me on Instagram and Facebook. I'd love to hear from you guys. I've had some great feedback so far, but the more feedback we get and the more people that get in touch, the better. In the meantime, take care of yourself guys, and look out for some more videos coming soon. Thanks so much.